Hi, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Dolores. I'm a Pilates instructor and a somatic coach. Somatics is where you have muscles that are tight and your body is not aware of that tightness, or you feel or symptoms from that, either back pain, shoulder pain, neck pain. And I do a combination of Pilates exercises and somatic exercises. So we're going to be going through a few exercises. We're going to start with an exercise called the pelvic clock. And so with the combination of these muscles, of these exercises, we're doing the somatics, and doing the somatics help to release tight muscles to create length. And then we will move on to do some strengthening exercises using the Pilates exercises. So we're going to start by laying on our mat. You're going to lay all the way down. Make sure your head and your heels are on the mat. And you're just going to kind of get a sense and notice by placing your fingers on your hip bones. So these are the front of your hip bones. And you want to be able to sense to see if one is closer to the ceiling than the other. So sense that. So you're going to bend your knees one at a time. And this pelvic clock helps with leveling your pelvis. Even though you may not realize that your pelvis is on level, typically it is. So we're going to start by going to what's called, you're going to think of a clock on your pelvis. You're going to think of 12 as your pubic bone, 6 as your belly button, 3 as your right hip, and 9 as your left hip. So we're going to first start by going into the tilt forward to the 12 and then go back to your 6. So you're going to take a little inhale to allow that tailbone to dip down. You can see how I create a little arch into my back, and then I press into both feet to roll the pelvis back so that I go towards my belly button. You can feel the back of the hamstrings engaged. So just allow that to happen, just rolling your pelvis over top the head of your femur bones, which are your thigh bones, and press down. Pressing into your feet to allow the pelvis to flatten. And just go into this movement with an ease. So it's an inhale here, exhale to press into the feet to roll back. And feel if you're coming back equally on both sides of your hip. Try that again. Inhale to arch. Exhale to press down into your feet to roll the pelvis back. Exhale all that air. Get the abdominal muscles really tight to release the back. And just do that one more time. And you can do these as many times as you feel that you need it. So we're going to do just a few today. And then just allow the pelvis to relax between your 12 and to your 6 o'clock. Now we're going to go into our 3 and to our 9. You're going to press into your left foot and allow that right hip to roll back. And then release the tension into the left foot to release the pelvis. Press again into the right foot to bring the left hip back, which is your 9 o'clock. And then you release the pressure onto your foot, and then you just come to neutral. And this also helps to find your neutral spine when you're doing Pilates. So press into that left foot, right hip comes back, and then release. Just 2 more times on each side. Pressing into that right foot, allowing that left hip to roll back, and trying to keep your legs within their alignment. You don't want them to be going all over the place. So just continue with that. Going to your 3 o'clock, releasing, pressing into the right foot to bring it to 9 o'clock. And release, bring it to neutral. So now we're going to go into the whole clock. We're going to do a few in clockwise and a few in counterclockwise. And you'll notice a difference between the two. One's going to be easier than the other. So you're going to allow the tailbone to dip down to your 12 o'clock. You're going to be pressing into your left foot to roll the pelvis around on that right side. And then as you get to 6, you press into both feet. Then you release the tension on that left foot, go into your right foot to bring the left hip down and around. So think about there's a clock on the mat, and you're trying to bring that, your sacrum, which is part of your pelvis, around that circle. And you want to keep that little circle small to keep the movement small. You don't want to over-exaggerate this. So just circling it around I'm going to do this one more time, and don't forget to alternate the pressing into your feet. So when you press into the right foot, left hip comes back, left foot, right hip. Now we're going to go counterclockwise. You're still going to allow the tailbone to dip down to 12. Press into that right foot now to allow the pelvis to roll onto the left side. Both feet press to come back to your 6. You press into that left foot to roll it around towards the right. So keep that movement going and seeing if you can hit all the numbers on the clock. Just do that one more time. And then from this point, we stretch out our legs one at a time, and we kind of sense and notice if you feel the hip bones are now a little bit more square, and they should be. If not, then you could continue with the pelvic clock a little bit more so that they become more equal. So bring your feet in one more time, and now we're going to go into a somatic movement called the arch and flatten. The arch and flatten is where you take that big belly breath. So think of breathing into your belly like bread rising in the oven. You'll feel the back muscles get really tight, and that's going to release the front. So as you press into both feet, you roll back to your 6 o'clock. Exhale all that air and really kind of squeeze your glutes to pull that navel into that spine. So we're tight in the front of the abdominals to release our back muscles. And then roll through that neutral pelvis, inhaling to arch the back. Exhale, pressing into both feet to roll the sacrum back, rolling those hip bones back. Get really tight going back to your 6 o'clock. Pull that navel into that spine, tight, tight, tight. Exhale all that air. And then release. One more here. Inhale to arch. Do you feel like your hip bones go towards your thighs? Back muscles get tight, abdominals release. Exhale, press equally into both feet to roll the pelvis back. Exhale to tighten those abdominals to release your back. Exhale all that air. And then slowly release. And from that point, you can extend your legs out again and sense and notice that maybe the pelvis is a little bit more level at this point. So we're going to go into the next somatic movement. It's called the arch and flatten. So you're going to interlace your fingers. You're going to place them back behind your head. Elbows are wide to the side. So this is the arch and curl. So you're going to take that arch again like we just did. You're going to feel equal weight onto your hip bones. Feet feel as if they're floating. Exhale, press into both feet to roll that pelvis back. When your back comes down, you lift the head, neck, and shoulders. The elbows come together. Tighten those abdominals. Don't pull on your head or your neck. Slowly release the shoulders down. Head comes down. Elbows open. Try that again. Inhale to arch. Big belly breath to release the front of the abdominals. Press into both feet to roll the pelvis back. Ribs come down. Elbows come together. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Do not pull on your neck to lift you up. You have to use your abdominals. Exhale all that air. Slowly come back down. So the slower you go in somatics, the more the brain has a chance to reconnect with those tight muscles. One more time here. Inhale to arch. Big belly breath. Exhale, press into both feet to roll the pelvis back. Ribs come down. Elbows come together. Exhale to curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Exhale all that air. Slowly release the shoulders down. Head comes down. Elbows open. So we're going to continue with an exercise called the chest lift. So we're trying to keep the pelvis in neutral. So you don't want to be where you're tucked, all right? Or you don't want the back to be arched. You want to be just right between that little neutral pelvis. So chest lift is you take that inhale, exhale to curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Now, you're going to release and grab the back of your thighs. Hoist them up a little bit higher. Exhale all that air without arching, without tucking, or without arching that back. Without losing that neutral pelvis, inhale to bring the hands back behind your head, and then exhale to roll back down. Try that again. Inhale. Exhale to lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Don't pull in the neck. Use your abdominal muscles to pull you up. Reach and grab the back of your thighs. Hoist up a little bit higher. Take a nice inhale. Exhale to bring the hands back behind your head. And then roll back down. You have 2 more like that. Inhale into your ribs. Get wide to go wide to the side. Exhale to curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Inhale to bring the hands back behind your thighs. Curl up a little bit higher, but don't flatten that back. Inhale without changing that spine to bring your head and neck and shoulders back down. Last one here. Inhale. Exhale to lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Reach and grab the back of your thighs. Pull yourself up a little bit higher. Inhale without changing that spine. And exhale to roll back down. So you're going to extend your legs out one more time and then see perhaps if you feel a little bit longer on your pelvis. All right, I got my notes here. So the next one we're going to do is called walking. So you're going to bring your feet to the edge of the mat. Hands can be flat or the palms can be lifted up. You're going to let that right leg fall into your left ankle. Don't push that knee down. This is a somatic movement. You're going to turn over that right shoulder. Take an inhale to send that right knee down away from your hip. Big breath. Exhale to roll the ribs back. Pelvis comes back, the foot, and then the knee. Other side. Inhale to allow that knee to fall in. Don't push the knee down. Just let it fall. Inhale to send that knee right away from your hip. And this knee should stay right in line with your hip. Big breath. Exhale to roll the ribs back. Hip comes back. Knee comes back to center. Head comes back. 2 more times on each side. And just allow that knee to fall in. Don't push. Send that knee away from your hip as you turn your head. Inhale to lengthen your whole waist. Exhale to bring the ribs back, the hip back, foot, and then knee. Left side, let that left knee fall into the mat, fall into the opposite ankle. Inhale to send that knee away from your hip to create length into your back. Inhale. Exhale, bring those ribs back. Hip comes back, foot and knee. One more time. Turn your head as the knee moves. Big breath. Exhale to bring those ribs back. Hip comes back, foot, and then knee. Last one here. Let the knee fall in. Take that inhale to send that hip down through the knee. Take that inhale. You're creating long length. Exhale to bring the ribs back, hip back, foot, and knee. The next one we're going to do is called the dead bug. And this is again to help the abdominals and that working that neutral pelvis. So you're going to take that inhale and you can place your hands. You can make your thumbs together and your index finger together. You're going to place the heels of the hand onto the inside of your pelvis. Fingers go onto your pubic bone. You're going to lift that left leg up so that you can see the knee is over the hip. And then you're going just to bring the foot down, toe, ball, heel. Lift the other leg up with an exhale. Try not to allow that tuck or the back to arch. Inhale, toe, ball, heel. Try that again. Exhale to lift. Inhale, toe, ball, heel. Inhale, exhale to lift. Toe, ball, heel. Try that again. Exhale to lift. Make sure that knee stays over your ankle, or excuse me, knee over your hip, and your ankle stays in line with your knee. Bring that toe, ball, heel. Left. One more time on each side. Exhale to lift, keeping that neutral pelvis. Ball, toe, heel. Last one here. Exhale to lift, and then it's ball, toe, heel. Okay, so after this, we're going to do what's called the diagonal arch and flatten. So the diagonal arch and flatten is where you're going to bring that left leg in. Right hand goes onto the knee. You're going to take that inhale to arch your back. Exhale to press into that right foot to roll the pelvis back. You're going to pull that knee in. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders, and bring that left elbow to the outside of that left knee. Exhale all that air. Inhale to slowly release and come back down. Inhale again. So take that inhale to arch your back. Big belly breath. Press into that right foot to roll the pelvis back. Curl the head, neck, and shoulders in and pull that knee into that elbow. Exhale all that air. One more time here. Inhale to arch. Exhale to pull that knee and feel the back stretch. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders and pull that elbow into the outside of that left knee. Slowly release. Going to the other side. Left hand goes behind your head. Right hand goes back behind your head. Left hand grabs that right knee. Ankle is relaxed. You take that inhale to arch. Height into your back. Exhale, press into that left foot to roll the pelvis back. Pull that knee in. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders and bring that elbow right over to the outside of that right knee. Exhale all that air. Slowly release the head, neck, and shoulders down. Elbow comes down to the floor and release the hip. Inhale again. Big inhale. Exhale to press into that left foot. Pull the knee in. Relax your shoulders. Exhale to curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Pull that right elbow to the outside of that right knee. Get really tight into your abdominals. All the tension is out of your left shoulder. All the tension is going to be into the abdominals. Come back down. Elbow comes down and release. One more time here. Inhale to arch. Exhale, press into that left foot. Pull the right knee in. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders and bring that right elbow to the outside of that right knee. Exhale all that air. And then slowly release the ribs down, shoulder comes down. So we have 2 more exercises, and this one will be the 100. We'll do a modified version of the 100. So this is why we do our thigh arcs, so that you can feel what a neutral spine feels like. And then you're going to bring the other leg. Say they match. So we're going to curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. You're going to slide those hands down, let the arms hover above the floor, and you're going to flex your feet. Work activates the front of your shins, and then you're going to start to pump. You're going to inhale and then exhale. Inhale into the front of the abdominals, side of the abdominals, and into your back, reaching from the crown of your head. We're going to do this 8 more times. Inhale, exhale. Make sure you stay in that neutral spine. Inhale, exhale. Reaching the arms long, broad across the front of your chest. Inhale, make sure you're in a tabletop. That's what we call tabletop, because we don't want the knees to fall down or the pelvis hips to go forward. Keep that energy active. Inhale, exhale. Look at your belly. Make sure it's not poofing. Because we want to breathe into our diaphragm. Our diaphragm is right in the lower part of your ribs. Keep on reaching those arms long to come out of your neck. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. I lost count, but that's okay. We'll just keep on going. 2 more here. Inhale, exhale. Last one here. Inhale and exhale, and then relax the shoulders down. Put the left foot, right foot down, left foot down. You're going to extend the legs all the way out and see if you feel a little bit longer and a little bit more energized. So this concludes the exercises for today. We'll actually add one roll up. We haven't. This is going to be a roll up. So you're going to bring the hands overhead. If you have any back issues, you can bring the knees up. If not, extend the legs straight out. You're going to bring the arms up. You're going to nod your head. You're going to exhale to roll up right across the front of your chest. Well, thank you very much for joining me. I work in Yardley, and I do private Pilates sessions with all the equipment, and also the Somatic Exercises. If you'd like to reach me for any private sessions, my telephone number is 267-907-2140. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope this helps. I'm going to be creating more videos in the near future, and I hope you'll join me. Bye-bye.